Hey guys, this week we were to talk about social justice and self care within counseling. I would first like to start off with the Bible verses that I chose. I picked three because I felt like they all flowed. The first one is Ephesians 4:29. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. Then Proverbs 31. 8 through 9. Open your mouth for the mute, for the right of all who are destitute. Open your mouth, judge righteously, defend the rights of the poor and the needy. And Leviticus 19:15. Do not pervert justice. Do not show partiality to the poor or favoritism to the great, but judge your neighbor fairly. I picked these three because I felt as though they supported my golden rule, which is remember, before they are anything, before society labeled them or they received a title, that they are all first human, understanding that all humans deserve the right to be respected, to be heard, and to, if they be judged fairly. Um, and I feel as though when Leviticus says, do not pervert the justice. So a lot of times we, as humans, think that things are just because, but we forget the ethical and the moral standards behind it, and we forget to be fair. And then if we do judge, as in Proverbs, we do not judge them righteously, and we forget that, as a counselor, you are an advocate, and that if you are going to speak for someone, speak for those that need it and cannot speak for themselves. But if you are speaking for someone, then you should only do it to build them up. You should only do it to make them better, to help them in some way, shape, or form, but not for any of your own personal gain. I know an action that I have taken being a school counselor is not dwelling in the space of avoidance, because at times we think about being so politically correct and other people's feelings, even when they say things that are negative and not politically correct and inappropriate, that we don't want to have that confrontation, but using a mellow head, coming from a respectful place, coming from a calm place, that is a time, that is a teachable moment. And we have to understand that, if we continue to stick our heads in the sand, that, ignorance isn't something that's all the time something a person chooses. Ignorance can be just that, they didn't know. So making sure that we don't stay so much on avoidance that we forget that some things can be a teachable moment, and understanding when you're dealing with all of this and self-care is important. Something that I personally do is I view my job and my role as an advocate for my students and my school as a jacket. When I go to work, I put that jacket on, but when I come into my house, I take that jacket off, because my house is a place of peace and I want to keep it to a place where it's always peaceful. It's always my sanctuary. So, those were my thoughts on this week's assignments. Hope you all had a great week. Bye.